Hello, my name is Thiru Vinayagam. I am currently a student at Baton Rouge Magnet High School and am taking art history. Today I am here to share my analysis of the King's Tunic. The King's Tunic was made by the Yoruba people of Nigeria from the late 19th to early 20th century. It is a textile work featuring glass beads and cloth and is currently located at the New Orleans Museum of Art. The artwork uses vertical bands, interconnected woven and zigzag lines, and bright colors. The art piece is a tunic made of 5 vertical rectangular bands inlaid with designs. The middle band is a woven pattern with interconnected lines and is extremely intricate. The middle 2 bands are adorned with zigzagged lines, which cause the viewer's eyes to see motion through the geometric design. The outer 2 bands feature the same woven pattern as the middle band. The king's tunic has accoutrement in the shape of little boots down the middle band, similar to modern buttons, and 2 on either side of the tunic. The artwork has a personal, economic, and political function. It has a personal function because it is meant to be worn as a garment by an individual. It has an economic function because it is overlaid with glass beads. Glass beads were very hard to get and were very exclusive, and the bright colors of the tunic only add to the exclusivity. The tunic has a political function because it was only worn by the king of the Yoruba people. Only the king could afford such wealth and opulence, and it further illustrates the power of the king and the people he rules over. The political function is also seen through the bright colors used because in the Yoruba society it signifies authority and power. The tunic might also have a religious/performance function similar to other garments of the era, such as the Aka elephant mask. The information about the function and context were from the Smith College Museum of Art in Massachusetts. The artistic decision to use glass beads, an intricate pattern, and little boots shaped the work of art. The glass beads were important because the piece was meant to show power, wealth, and authority. The woven motif also shows power and wealth of the commissioner because it is extremely intricate and time-consuming, showing how much the piece meant to the culture and the king. The artist also used the artistic design of little boots in almost like buttons down the middle to match the boots, completing the outfit and having a sense of cohesion throughout the outfit. The artwork was made for and commissioned by the king. The king had to have the best garment in the kingdom and told the artist to use glass beads brought by the Europeans. The context of the king is why the tunic is made of glass beads and how it shows wealth and authority. The artwork was also made to show the power of the people. The woven pattern and geometric designs show the intricacy and time-consuming nature of the garment. The artwork being commissioned by the king and political function also show how much it meant to the culture and the power of the king over the culture. The artwork was created to be worn by the king and to show the power and authority of the king over his people. The latter information about how the artwork was shaped by the artist and the king and the political function was also from the Smith Museum of Art. The king's tunic relates to the Aka elephant mask of the Bamalik people in Africa. The tradition in the elephant mask and the tunic are the beadwork. However, the change is in the form and style done by each culture. The king's tunic and the Aka elephant mask both used beads because they were highly sought after in both societies. This shows European influence in both societies because only the Europeans at the time had the bright, colorful glass beads found on each artwork. In the king's tunic, the beads are laid over the cloth in intricate designs, but in the elephant mask they are laid over in geometric patterns. Beads in both societies showed wealth and power and were also only worn by elites or during festivals in the case of the elephant mask. The elephant mask and tunic had very different forms, showing the shift of artistic style in the African region. The elephant mask was in a geometric pattern throughout. This tunic has both geometric patterns and the intricate woven pattern. This woven style shows how the tunic was either more time-consuming to make or the techniques of beading in the African region had gotten very advanced. All the information for tradition and change of African art was obtained from the Stokestad art history textbook. The audience for this piece was the Yoruba people in Nigeria. The garment was worn by the king. The bright colors and design of the artwork draws the eyes of the audience. The repeated woven patterns show the time spent on the garment, while the bright white, red, and blue beads attract any eye in the crowd. The beadwork on the tunic also shows the power of the person wearing it and the wealth that person has. The audience would have been mesmerized by the colors and design and awed at the power and wealth of the individual. The information about the audience was inferred from the formal analysis done at the New Orleans Museum of Art. Thank you for listening to my analysis of the King's Tunic. I would like to thank Miss B for taking us to see this artwork. If you would like to see this artwork, please visit the New Orleans Museum of Art.